What's up, everybody? I'm a little early. Argo, what's up? How you doing, bro? Okay. So last time I was on was the other night. Geez, that was like till 2 or 3 in the morning from that. Yeah. That was just that was me just not being able to sleep and staying up. And I played the Geritano tapes. Some people hated it, some people loved it. I have two more Geritano tapes right now, and they're gonna come out often. Um, I thought this was appropriate for Mob Monday because he talks about so many different guys. Benny has a lot to say. It gets a little sleepy at times, like I've said, but I'm going to go ahead and play it. It is what it is. Um, I did a video of it earlier and I tried to upload it for the sound. It didn't work out. So I'm going to go ahead and Ruby Tuesday. Can you hear me? You guys hear me all right? Show big up. Thank you. What you say. Okay, cool. All right. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead. Well, I can wait a few minutes. Hey, Rob, did you talk to Steve? Anything about the Dixie Mafia? You know what? I have not talked to Steve about that. As a matter of fact, um, I was supposed to see him last week for a minute. Uh, he's recovering. He's doing all right. I mean, he's doing good. I didn't get with him. I don't. I think that was his fault. That was his. But I have to soon because we're gonna do some videos. Um, this weekend, I don't know if you guys saw a little update I did earlier. Me and Marta were up north. We're gonna relocate our primary residence up there. What's up, William Brooklyn? My friend gave Frankie Scumbag your message. Nice, Ruby Tuesday. Okay, all right. Matter of fact, somebody else did too. Uh, I know his cousin now, but I haven't talked to him yet. That's funny. All right, so let's go ahead with what Benny has to say. He's fucking nuts.
Wednesday the 17th, on the phone with Benny Geritano. What's up, Ben?
How you doing, pal? What's going on?
Good. I'm doing good. Just waking up.
Okay. Well, it's always a pleasure talking to
Can you
Rob.
guys
Like
hear
I
that
said,
tape?
we're doing this. We're not doing this to humiliate innocent people and to bother innocent people. We're doing this to expose these people for who and what they are. People out there, they're under the impression that these guys are men of honor. It's all mythological. Look what I told you yesterday. When my dad got killed when I was 15, my mom was a young widow, 33 years old. I had an 8-year-old brother and a 4-year-old brother. And these guys actually robbed the funeral money. Can you imagine that? They call themselves made men of honor. They're a bunch of coward fucking rats. They pick on women. They pick on weak people. And that's why they don't really like tough guys. They don't really like guys that when they step into the prison system, they don't really care about what titles they had on the street. They consider themselves noblemen, like titles of nobility. Kind of like a lawyer. A lawyer, they adopt the terminology Esquire. Every attorney at the end of their name, you'll see ESQ Esquire, which actually means squire. And what's crazy is, they want to adopt the title of nobility. In the meantime, the Constitution, Article 1, Section 10 states that there were no titles of nobility. There are no titles of nobility allowed in the United States of America. Yet they openly, violate the Constitution. They name in every newspaper, every phone book, every advertisement they make. They're outright telling you, yeah, fuck the Constitution.
We're talking about lawyers and mobs.
That's how yeah, absolutely.
No. Listen, you're making the point. I get what I started kind of laughing about was I just remember in prison, especially. Yeah, well, I mean that's where all the guys that they really love their name in the press. I mean, very few did. I'm not like Carmine would cringe when he saw himself on TV or when he saw Michael Prince, he was great. But when Carmine Persico, but when all those guys sit in prison and read gangland and look to New York, and they kind of like him. You know what I mean? Really, it's true.
Of course they like him. Jerry Capisi's been alive all these years. Every week he plays on. Did they kill him yet? No, they didn't kill him. You got guys, they collect his stuff. Let me tell you a quick story. I believe it was 2010. this guy Andrew Geritano, he wrote a book. It's called Surviving the Mob. And I didn't know about this book, you know what I mean? Anyway, I get a phone call one day, oh, a book just came out, you're in a book, and what book? We talking about book? Yeah, Andrew Geritano, he wrote this book, it's called Surviving the Mob. I'm like, look at this shit, it never ends here with these people, right? So I drive into Bay Ridge, you know, a place where Stevie Mad Dog hangs out with this other rat, another Genovese rat, you know, this place called 101 in Brooklyn, right? And the book had just come out maybe like days, two weeks before. Who the hell knows? And who's in the window sitting there? Danny Persico. Danny Persico's in the book. So I pull up, and he's sitting in the front window. It's like he was looking for like people. I said, "What are you looking for, paparazzi?" You know, because he's in the book. You know. So he got mad. You know what I mean? I'm like, "Come sit in the back with us. You're sitting in the window over here. Like, you're waiting for cameramen to come and take pictures. Go in the back. What do you know? There's a book going on here. Who knows who's looking, who's watching?" In the meantime, you know, another mental moron. He's sitting in the window. He's looking for paparazzi. So, you know, these guys love being in the paper. They love being talked about. You know, it strokes their egos. You know, it strokes their, let people see who they are. You know, like I told you, you can walk into a restaurant and you can ask any girl, that guy over there with the big white teeth, they look like he's got chiclets in his mouth. You know, and she'll be like, "Oh, he's one of those guys. You don't know him? He's one of those. How do you not know him? Well, who is he? I've been in jail for 10 years. Who's this guy? Oh, he's a Lucchese. He's a Lucchese. What's that mean?" He likes cheese. I don't know what that means. You know, who's that guy with the blue shirt over there? They all got the same tattoos. They all got these big white chiclet teeth. You ever notice that? They all got this big smile. You know? they call themselves Hollywood smile.
Fucking video.
Hey, mental morons. You know? But what were we talking about the last time we spoke? We spoke about what?
ALITE.
So, I mean, ALITE, listen, like I said, I know this guy since I'm 15. You know, they call this guy a rat. You know, he testified on people. You got to understand. You know, he did all kinds of things like people are not supposed to do. And like I told you, you know, hey, listen, when it comes to these people, they'll rectify and justify who they like as rats and who they don't like as rats. You know what I mean? I remember years ago, we had paperwork on this kid, Victor DiBiase, and, you know, I brought it to a couple of guys. You know, Victor got hurt. You know, he ended up getting stabbed, and big ordeal happened, and, you know, a couple of guys came forward for him, and we had paperwork on him. Lee Farmer gave me paperwork on the guy, and the guy was a rat. He put a guy in jail. You know, I saw when his guys came down, this fucking Howard Beach douchebag, Tommy Sneakers, they call him. I said, "Hey, you guys are rat. You over here defending a rat. He put the guy in jail. Here's the paperwork." "Oh, we don't want to see that paperwork. We don't want to see that. He gives us $2,000 a week. He gives you $2,000 a week. Put a guy in federal prison. You told him he gives you $2,000 a week." So they don't care. They don't care, you know, about none of that. You understand? They don't care who ratted. As long as they can prosper, profit, or use these people to the best of their abilities. I mean, I can go on and on. These guys, they call themselves captains and all these titles and nobilities and all these mob groups that don't exist. It's you know, it's not true. They drive around with cops. I mean, what kind of gangster drives around with a cop? What are you looking for, protection? They drive around with cops. I mean, you walk into a restaurant. I remember years ago, I walked into this club in Brooklyn called Turquoise. You know, this guy, Rossi Gandry there. He was a Genovese guy. He ended up admitting to being a Genovese guy when he took his plea. And he's sitting there, and I say, "Hey, Ross, this guy over here is a cop. Watch you sit next." "No, he's with us. He's with us. This guy got a pinky ring on him, a fucking detective's badge. He's with you." "What do you mean he's with you? What are you people hallucinating over here? This guy's a detective."
Yeah.
So this is how mentally deranged these people are. These people actually think like you.
No, well, look at I've made this point many times, and Michael Francis has talked about the organized crime working with law enforcement, but not to snitch. He said they worked with them for, like, an example uses like the Son of Sam. They helped them hunt down the Son of Sam. Okay, so my point has been all along: if they've got a cop on the tank, if they've got a cop that's what you just said with them, are you telling me that they're not getting any? I don't care about the mafia, bikers. I don't.
Hold on.
Anybody.
Hold on.
Are you going to actually look me in the face and tell me that they're not going to give them some kind of other information? Because that cop's going to want some kind of.
Okay, real quick, just I want to be able to clarify what I said. We're talking about organized crime gangs, whatever, that have a cool cop or a cop on the take, however you want to put it. And my point was, are you going to tell me that anybody who has a cop on the take isn't giving them some kind of information? And I said, biker gangs, whatever. But I mean, I'm sure there's some cases where there's not. But my point has been, and it always kind of has been, especially when it comes to the mob. I shouldn't have said all it. Oh shit. Marta, come here. I just hit something. I don't know if I'm still live or not. I just pushed this.
What did you push?
I just pushed this.
Well,
Am I off?
no, you're still.
Oh, I thought I just pushed a button. Everybody went away. Donde esta Marta?
Aquí.
You're still on. All right. Thanks. What's up, Charles? So that was my point. Did you see the new mob bust? A detective was working with them. One of the families was telling the detective other families gambling operations to take down. Javier James, I have not, but that's kind of what I'm talking about. You still with us? Okay. Thanks, Roblansky. I'll go back and answer some stuff in a minute, but I just wanted to make that clear. Hope I did.
Information maybe has nothing to do with that life, has something to do with something else, for sure.
Hey, Rob, the Lucchese family inducted an auxiliary New York City police officer into this kid named Ralphie. And now you can't even say the guy's a tough guy. He's a yellow dog cop. You know what I mean? So, I mean, here's a guy driving around the streets of New York in a blue and white cop car with the sirens on, pulling people over, giving people tickets, standing on the corner with the nightstick like Officer Mahoney, the fucking hat, the plastic shoes, and you're telling old ladies to move the car, and you got this guy kissing you.
Right. And then look, think about how many kids or how many people are young that think that people in crime figure, organized crime figures, gangs, whatever, that think that they're the anti-cop, and not ever knowing that they're really.
That's why we're doing.
And then they kill for them. And then they kill for them. And then they go do crime for them, and they're just being used.
And then you get John Gayline. Then you get the guys like John Gayline, right? They did all these things for them, and then they put him in jail. Do this for us. Shoot this guy.
ALITE. So I don't know his background, Benny. Like, I don't know what happened to the dude. I know that if you mention like ALITE in a positive way, I just said I was going to have him on the show one time, and people flipped out. Like, I don't know. I know did he testify against Junior, or I don't know. I don't know the story.
He testified against Charles Caniglia. He testified against a few other guys. I think Ronnie One Arm, I believe, testified. I think his opening statement in trial was that he was scared of ALITE. He was a killer. So I mean, you're a crime family, and that's your opening statement in trial that you're afraid of ALITE. He's a killer.
Why, or do you know the story behind why what happened?
Well, I mean, from what I'm told, these guys, they destroyed him. I mean, listen, let me tell you something about ALITE. Years ago when all these people were out to get me, I was on the run, and from the law enforcement, not from them, and ALITE came and said, here's the keys to my house in Jersey. I got a spare house. I got a guest house. Here's the keys. Go stay there. As long as you like it, your own place. I haven't seen the guy in years, but that's what, a criminal is supposed to do for another criminal. You know what I mean? Then he got pinched and he was in Brazil. I heard he cooperated, and I was very disappointed. But then when you sit down, right, and you start looking at all these guys, how they pick and choose. I mean, listen, Sammy the Bull went bad in 1991. Yeah. And, it came out that Thomas Huck Carbonaro was on the phone with Sammy the Bull while he was in Arizona and he was in Colorado, and him and his wife used to talk to this guy on the telephone, knowing that this guy, he was actually the destruction of the mafia. So I mean, it's okay when certain people with these titles of nobility do these things. Understand? So to me, it seems like, Robert, as long as you're a member, you're a captain, you're this, you can do what you want. Your family correct, your cousin correct, your grandson correct, your nephew correct, but and you try to get everybody else to rat so that doesn't come out that you's a rat. But you know what? Let me tell you something. I got all kinds of guys that committed crimes across the country. Not one of them ever turning around and say, let me send Benny some money in jail, or let me see how his mother's doing. ALITE, I never asked him for anything. He reached out to my mom. He asked my mom, he said, listen, I know your son since he's 15 years old. And, if there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. I mean, I don't care, what people say about the guy.
Okay. So, no, you just brought it. No, I didn't know the connection. What happened? Okay. I knew you knew him, but I didn't know how.
So that Benny sticks up for ALITE because ALITE, they knew each other and he reached out for him. I should say sticks up. That's kind of the wrong word. He's whatever. ALITE's done shows about Benny's case. By the way, I got to look through. I'll go through these after. Somebody said, tell Benny I said hello. I'm emailing him. I just got an email from him right now. So as I'm listening to this, I'm emailing him. So if somebody wants to say anything to Benny, I'll tell him via email.
What about where you started?
So let me tell you a scenario with this guy, right? So I'm about 15 years old. I'm coming out of a club in Queens called Lemon Tree. There's a fight, not with us, not with the South Brooklyn guys. ALITE was a Queens guy, I'm a South Brooklyn guy. There was a couple of us there, and we come out, ALITE's there, and he's got all these Howard Beach, Ozone Park guys with him. And, there's another group of guys, probably about 40, 50 guys in Most Street ready to kill each other, right? ALITE's in the front, and he's ready to go. And all his guys standing behind him, all these Howard Beach guys, they're all hold me back. They're all doing hold me back. What's going on here? I mean, so I walk to the front of the crowd. I say, hey, listen, John, he knows who I am because of my father, my stepfather, who with John Senior. Yeah. And I'm standing next to him. There's 20 guys. I pull up and I say, John, who do you want me to stand first? Forget about all these guys behind us holding me back. What are we doing here? Because the cops are going to come any minute. And I was a kid. I was a teenager. You understand? So the rest of these guys, they're just full of shit. They're actors. They come around. They got their hair blown back, their hair spreading, their diamond Rolex, their fucking Lease Mercedes, and they want to throw kisses. Who throws kisses? The kiss is the kiss of death from Judas. You understand? Judas betrayed Jesus Christ with a kiss. This is the kiss that they kiss you with when they see you. They're supposed to fucking embrace you. They embrace you with the kiss of the devil. Get the fuck out of these people.
The one-liners that you come up with. Do you practice this in your cell all day or what?
No, I mean, truth needs no rehearsal, my friend. I know you a long time. Truth needs no rehearsal. You've lived this experience. You've seen this experience. I've lived this experience my whole entire life. But I wasn't raised by people like this. I was raised by gangsters. I mean, my father used to tell us when we were little kids, shoot first, we ask questions later. We can't talk if you're in the casket. Shoot first, we ask questions. Okay, Pop, whatever you want. That's why I said when Hippie told me that time in Lewisburg, a guy can't control his son. I can't control his son. My father had 20 lunatics around him. All this guy had to do was look at us and we knew what it was. You know what I mean? He didn't care. He hit you over the head with a hammer. He hit you over the head with a fucking with an axe handle, a chair, a barbecue, anything that was near him. So I mean, people already knew what it was, and we still drove the guy crazy. We went into places, we beat up people. Don't touch this guy. Well, we were in places. All these guys, they got these uncles and their grandfathers, and all these guys got these titles, and they look to start trouble with other people. They think people are gonna back down. I remember, for instance, this is Paul Castellano's nephew. That's all they had to say. He got a beat. As soon as they said he was Castellano, my father said, "You're going to get me killed without me even knowing why I'm getting killed." He was the best. God rest his soul. God rest his soul. But anyway, so I don't know. I got this paper over here. It's a 302 from a federal agent named William Heckel, and it talks about John Gotti Jr. I don't even know if he was ever charged with conspiracy to kill me.
Okay.
But he's in.
Hold on. So stop. This is a 302. Bobby Borriello, I think you just said that talks about John Jr. wanting to kill Benny. So some people asked me about what the issue was with John Jr. the other day.
My friend Geritano and Bob were very close, despite the disputes between them over the years. The relationship soured. At some point, Borriello shot at Geritano while he was in his car. Borriello was murdered after the incident. Geritano was blamed. After Borriello's death, Geritano was supposed to be killed in retaliation, according to the individual. It was based on an arrangement between John Gotti Sr. and the Genovese family. Imagine these rats. While he was incarcerated at the Metropolitan Detention Center, Gotti Sr. passed a message to either his son John Jr. or John D'Amico, a.k.a. Jackie the Nose. Imagine this guy, conspiracy to commit murder. He got 3 years, Jackie the Nose. So I got a year for smoking a joint. Imagine that. These big mob guys. So the government they must love these people. I don't know why they love these people. These people are supposed to be domestic terrorists, according to President Obama. Anyway, so Geritano had not been killed as agreed with the Genovese. The individual stated that John Jr. told him that he, James Fiala, a.k.a. Jimmy Brown, and Lou Valerio, the coffee boy, went to a meeting with the Genovese family to address the matter. Gotti Jr. told the individual the Genovese family is represented by Mickey Domino and Barney. I'd like to know where this Barney is, since this guy's ratting me out and put me in jail. Hold on. The meeting was held at the Dynamo restaurant on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Gotti Jr. told the individual that during the meeting he became involved in a heated argument with Domino, during the course of which he told Domino the Genovese family had not lived up to their end of the agreement because Geritano was still alive. Gotti Jr. told the individual that he told Domino if the Genovese family did not kill Geritano, the Gambino family would. According to the individual, some time afterward, Gotti Jr. told the individual that he told Bobby Borriello, his brother Stevie Borriello, if he wanted to kill Geritano, the Gambino family, the Cosa Nostra family would not stop him. Gotti Jr. added that his nephew, Benny Geritano, was involved in the murder of Bobby Borriello. The Gambino family would kill him as well. So, this is a federal 302 document. It's written by William Heckle. The document number is 3519-15. Right? How come these people are not in jail for conspiring to kill me and my uncle? That's conspiracy to commit murder, is it not?
Yeah, it would take more than one informant. I mean, I listen. I mean, I was in there for ghost dope. I mean, I know what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying. I mean, there's more. So
now I don't want them. See,
I understand.
I don't want to see people go to jail. I don't want people to go to jail. I'm not that type of individual. But when we were in Lewisburg, we had this document because it was transcribed on August 11, 2003. Danny Farmer and all these guys came and told me, if this guy comes here, you can't do nothing to him. He's the guy's son. He was a captain in the acting board. And I told them, well, he's not staying on this yard with me.
I remember.
Remember that? Do you remember that?
No, see, this is what it is. Like, I don't know about that life. I don't know about those guys, but this is what I remember now. So I remember that they were all over you all the time. about different stuff. And I actually do. So, because when you brought up John Jr. yesterday, I saw him on 60 Minutes. Carmine Persico was sitting next to me. Carmine was like impressed with his interview, like the way he handled it. It kind of surprised me.
Persico told me Chris Pacello was a good guy because he tried to help his son Allie. Chris Pacello put Tommy well.
Stop. Okay, hold on. Let me see what. I got to play that back to Marta. I don't know why the screen's blurry. And this is like a new camera and a good one. I don't know. Fuck. It's always something right. I guess I'll call her. Damn. Wow, it's getting hot right now, too. What's up, Bradley?
Yes.
This camera's blurry. I don't know why.
Yeah, sometimes it's blurry. I don't know why either.
What? People are telling me it's blurry.
Oh, this means that's not. Did you touch something?
I didn't touch anything.
Anything? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, no. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna unplug the camera.
Okay, hold on. The camera's gonna be unplugged.